Boys and girls, ladies and gents, how are we doing on this Monday morning? Yeah, we'll go with morning. Sunday night for me, Monday, sometime of the day for you. So, how are we keeping out? Maybe it's afternoon, maybe it's evening, maybe it's sometime. Monday, if I remember correctly, it's supposed to be a pretty beautiful day. So, make sure you're taking some time to get these lessons done. Like I said, this stuff can help you guys get you in a better situation than you were when we got put in this situation. So make sure you're taking advantage of it. So last week, last time we had one of these, we talked about doing when there are radicals in the denominator, and then we had the pluses and minuses as the radicals in the denominator. I'm gonna change this one problem here real quick just so we have another one that looks like this. But when we have radicals in the denominator, we multiply by that radical. Whenever we have a binomial in the denominator, we multiply by the conjugate of that binomial. So I look at here, I got 5 minus the square root of 3. That's my conjugate. Or excuse me, what is the conjugate of that? And if you remember correctly, I take the same numbers, change the sign in there, so that is 5 plus the square root of 3. Then I take that and I multiply that on the top and the bottom. So now on the top, I've got a nice simple distribution problem. 3 root 2 times 5. So we got whole number, that's what gets multiplied together. Radical, no radical. So that stays as 15 root 2. So now when I do the second distribution problem, whole number times whole number would be 3. Radical times radical is root 6. Remember, just like any other distribution problem, we treat these as two separate terms. The plus and the minus is a big deal there. All right, so there's my numerator. On the bottom, I've got, let me hear you say it, double distribution. Here we go. 5 times 5. 5 times the square root of 3. Whole number, radical. They don't mix together. We just write it. 5 root 3. Then I go through the second part of the distribution. Minus root 3 times 5. Minus 3 times positive root 3. So we talked about this a lot. Quick refresher. Square root of 3 times the square root of 3 is the square root of 9. Square root of 9 is 3. So this comes out to be minus 3. Couple of things that make this conjugate situation very special for us. One, you will always have a zero pair in the middle here. Plus 5 root 3 minus 5 root 3, zero pair. 2, this term out here will always come out to be a whole number. Root 3 times root 3 equals 3. One's positive, one's negative, so it comes out to be negative. That will always happen. When you're done with the conjugate work, there should not be any radicals left in the denominator. That's the whole point of the conjugate. Simplify the top if I can. Can't. 25 minus 3, 22. That's all she wrote. Number 6. Figure out the conjugate. Look in that denominator. What's it going to be? Very good. 6 minus the square root of 10. That's my conjugate. That's what I multiply the top and the bottom by. The top is a lovely distribution problem. Whole number times whole number gives me 24 root 5. Sorry, not sure where 6 came from. Multiply gives me 4 root 50. 5 times 10. Again, whole numbers times whole numbers, radicals times radicals. When we're doing this distribution, these are two separate terms, so I have to distribute and multiply by both of them. Down here at the bottom, I've got, you said it, double distribution. 6 times 6. 6 times the negative square root of 10 is, I almost forgot it. You caught me. Good job. Minus 6 root 10. Here, second leg of the distribution. Distribute gives me plus 6 root 10. And then square root of 10 times square root of 10 is 10. Not square root, just 10. There should be no radicals in that last term. So here we go. I've got 0 pairs here. 36 minus 10 is 24. So we've got 26. Now, this problem got a little bit more to it. See that square root of 50? We've seen square root of 50 a lot. It breaks down. That's a radical that we can simplify. So I'm going to go sideways here with my factor tree. 25 and 2, 5 and 5. I got a pair of 5s in that radical. I need to break that out. Take it out. So now this 2 is left in the radical. So I've got 24 root 5. The 5 comes out. There's a 4 already there. Gives me 20 root 2 over 26. And the last step to this monstrosity of a problem, when all of your whole numbers have something in common, you need to simplify by that number. So all of these whole numbers are even, so I need to take that 2, divide by 2 here. 12, divide by 2, divide by 2. So I have 12 root 5 minus 10 root 2 over 13. Holy smokes. Why didn't we do that over here? Good question. I got 15, I got 3, I got 22. There's nothing that goes into 15, 3, and 22. 2 doesn't go into all of them. 3 doesn't go into all of them. There's nothing, okay? If there was, we'd have done that step. So to recap, figure out the conjugate. Multiply the top and the bottom by that conjugate. At the top, you have a distribution problem. At the bottom, you have a double distribution problem. When you do the double distribution, the middle 2 terms should come out to be 0 pairs. They don't. The last term should come out to be a whole number. It will always come out to be a whole number. Combine like terms, simplify the whole numbers if you can. Signed, sealed, delivered. All right, boys and girls. Like I said, this is a continuation. This is stuff we've been doing for a couple of days, so it's a real short one. Take care of the quiz. Take care of business. Stay safe. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Good night.